KSAT 12. The Nightbeat starts right now.
We're going to try to keep them housed as long as possible. Worst case scenario is that, we may have to file evictions, but we're trying to avoid that as much as possible.
A resource to help hundreds of San Antonio families keep their homes is ending, but the city is saying don't panic. What it wants you to do instead, coming up.
Plus, smashed windows and a stolen sense of security. San Antonio is seeing a rise in property crimes, specifically when it comes to car break-ins. What a 4-week special operation uncovered tonight. But first, we are set to see temperatures take a tumble tonight. The cold front is here, but it may not feel like it just yet.
Yeah, meteorologist Adam Caskey is tracking that for us tonight. So, Adam, tell us, how long before we start to see that dramatic drop?
Well, let's put it this way. By the time you step outside tomorrow morning, it's going to be completely different. We went from spring-like conditions today and yesterday to winter-like conditions tomorrow through the end of the week. And overall, I'm anticipating a 50-degree temperature drop from what we had this afternoon to where we'll be tomorrow afternoon. Currently, some 50s and 60s locally. Comfort 55 Bulverde, 63 Stinson, and 63 Port SA. You look farther to the south, we're still in the upper 70s. Carrizo Springs and Cotulla, even Laredo, 81 degrees. Well, you can see the cold front hasn't quite made it to those warmer spots yet, but it's moving its way southward, and the colder air behind it will continue to settle in through the night. So actually tomorrow, in the morning at the bus stop, 42 degrees and windy, with clouds and a few sprinkles possible. And then the temperature keeps falling throughout the day tomorrow. By 4 p.m. will be about 34 degrees. Not only will it get colder, but of course we'll have the wind. We'll talk about that, and even some wintry precipitation possible in a few locations. We'll get to those details in a moment.
All right, Adam, thank you. So we all know we're going to be cranking up the heat in just a bit. Many of you remember just how cold it was during last year's winter storm. CPS Energy was criticized over how it handled that storm and also over how it spent money. And now it's opening itself up for an outside review. Several council members want that company to be audited, but who audits it is going to be up to the CPS Board of Trustees. According to the board, city staff will have a limited role in reviewing the bids for those contracts, and the board will decide by July 1st.
And tonight, think twice before you leave anything valuable in your vehicle. Thieves are targeting cars more often in the city. San Antonio police say property crimes rose more than 4% in 2021. The Night Team's Patty Santos speaks with an undercover officer about what thieves are after. It's tonight's Crime Fighters Report.
Unfortunately, many of us know what it's like.
Just the other day.
What did they steal?
They took my car charger. They didn't take the cord, just the charger, and rummaged through everything.
They were stealing like the lumber and stuff from the actual work sites, and they were stealing out of people's cars.
More thieves are breaking into vehicles.
Nearly $235,000 worth of recovered stolen merchandise was recovered.
That's how much undercover SAPD officers recovered in a 4-week special operation between December and January.
Task force specifically related to burglary vehicles, nearly 30 arrests were made, about 40 firearms confirmed to have been stolen.
But look, 27 guns, and all of this was tied to just one case.
Multiple soft and hard Yeti-style ice chests, all believed to have been stolen from vehicles. High-end cameras, like portable gaming systems, and probably about, if not a little bit more, than 100 designer sunglasses.
Among those arrested, 18-year-old Julian Martinez. Police say he's one of several young people connected to a string of break-ins across the city. Investigators say they were crimes of opportunity.
Pretty much looking for vehicles that they felt comfortable with, and the parking lots range from hotels to restaurants to actual specific retail stores.
SAPD preliminary data shows property crimes were up more than 4% from 2020, but still lower than in the previous 3 years. Thieves were looking for one thing in particular.
There was times during this investigation that these suspects took nothing but firearms. So even if there was other items of value, they didn't take them.
And police remind gun owners to write down the serial numbers of their weapons. In case they get stolen, they would be able to report it to police. Also, if at some point you must leave your weapon inside your vehicle, they say make sure you invest on a gun safe for your vehicle. Steve, Stephania.
Thank you, Patty. Now, police continue to remind you to help fight property crimes by staying vigilant online in what you buy. Some red flags to look out for: extremely low prices on new items, scratched out serial numbers, and limited information about the item within that online ad. Now, if you see something suspicious, always a good idea to notify police.
Another news tonight in cages. That is how Animal Care Services removed these cats from a home on Salinas, and that's on the west side of San Antonio. In total, crews found 57 cats and 1 dog in that home. Crews say that some were inside, others were in a shed in the home's backyard. Now, they're not yet calling this an animal cruelty case, but they are concerned about the living conditions of those animals.
There's a very small path that you're actually able to walk inside the house. And yes, there's animal feces, urine all over the place.
Animal Care Services has been watching that home since November. That's when it was inspected. Today, the city's dangerous assessment response team got a warrant to be able to go inside of that home.
The police investigating yet another shooting. This one happened at a cell phone store near I-10 and South New Braunfels Avenue. That's on the city's east side. A 29-year-old man shot in the chest, taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police are speaking with one person in the case, but still no word of an arrest.
And now turning to the pandemic, another 3 people have died from COVID. Metro Health also reporting 544 new cases. Tonight, 469 COVID patients are in the hospital. 132 of them are in the intensive care unit and 65 are on ventilators. Now, throughout this pandemic, we have heard about housing concerns, and in less than a week, the San Antonio's Housing Authority's moratorium on evictions is going to be over.
That means more than 4,000 families in our area are vulnerable. The Night Team's Lee Waldman explains there are options to keep these Saha residents from losing their home.
February 28th, that's the last day for San Antonio Housing Authority's eviction moratorium.
I'm going to be living on faith real soon, like my job is coming to an end real soon.
Many are wondering how they'll pay back past due rent, like Patricia, who's had to help her family deal with COVID cases multiple times, and she herself is dealing with complications from knee surgery.
All I'm doing now is trying to focus and stay positive and pushing myself so I can get back to work, so I don't have to keep looking for help out there.
Since March 2020, before the federal eviction moratorium, Saha has given their tenants a break. That moratorium has been extended 5 times now, but no more.
We're trying to balance, what the community is doing, what other utility companies are doing. We said it's time.
Across the city, almost $5 million in back rent is due. Saha's broken it down by district. District 2 and 8 lead the pack with $1.1 million and $880,000 owed respectively.
I'm going to encourage people to not get too alarmed.
Manny Pelias represents District 8. He wants to calm fears, assure people there won't be mass evictions at the end of the month.
There will be a day where people are going to be expected to stay current with their rent. And because what we got right now, not sustainable.
Today, Saha worked alongside the city to help people pay for rental assistance. COO of Saha, Brandy Perez, says they don't want anyone to lose their homes. They'll help apply for assistance or start a repayment plan. People just need to take the first step.
Our goal is not to evict our families. Our goal is to keep them housed, but they have to communicate.
You still have time to apply for the city's emergency housing assistance program, but you do need to act fast. The deadline to apply is March 1st. After that, no more applications will be accepted because of funding availability. Now, if you head over to KSAT.com, click on this article. We have a direct link for you right there to go ahead and apply for that program. Live downtown, Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Lee, thanks. So now you're about to see a lot more campaign ads because the primaries are a week away and the race for Texas's 28th congressional district is intensifying. Between Democrats and Republicans, there are 10 candidates in that race, but Democrats Jessica Cisneros and Henry Cuellar are getting the most attention. Cisneros is trying to unseat Cuellar, who has been in Congress since 2005. And this evening, she brought in Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren to East San Antonio to campaign on her behalf.
I think the people of Texas understand that someone who actually fights for health care for everyone is the kind of person who will fight for them.
We're offering an alternative vision for what South Texas can be, that we can have an area that has health care, that has good paying jobs, good paying union jobs.
During that rally, Cisneros highlighted the differences between she and her Democratic opponent, saying that she supports reproductive rights and the Green New Deal. Now, Cuellar has slammed Cisneros' positions, arguing that her policies would kill jobs in the oil and gas industry.
She wants to eliminate 40,000 jobs in my congressional district. That not only cuts jobs, but that also affects the tax base for school districts.
Now, in 2020, Cuellar beat Cisneros by 4 points in that primary. And if he wins next week's primary, he's likely to stay in Congress since this district is heavily Democratic.
By the way, speaking of elections, tomorrow, Stefania and I will have a primary preview. It's part of our new streaming series, The Breakdown. You're going to hear from local experts to get an in-depth look at some of the biggest races on the ballot. We're also going to talk about Republicans and the Latino vote and our more young people actually voting, the elusive young vote. The live stream begins tomorrow at 7 p.m. on KSAT.com or any of our KSAT streaming platforms. All right, today's a special day. Many taking note of the number of twos in today's date on a Tuesday. But for one local mother, today's extra special. We're going to show you why coming up.
And just ahead, you see that man right there? Well, San Antonio's FBI office needs your help finding him. We're going to talk about the kidnapping case that they're working coming up.
And it's been a violent last few days. The shootings in San Antonio continue tonight. This one actually near the Pearl. Police speaking with witnesses in a case that turned deadly. We have that story for you next on the Nightbeat.
San Antonio police looking for a killer after they found a body in a car near the Pearl. This happened near Pearl Parkway and Broadway. And the thing is, there were also 3 other people in that same car, and police are calling those people witnesses. And they told investigators that the victim was shot on the east side of the city. But when officers went to that location and knocked on doors, no one reported any gunfire. And the person who was killed hasn't yet been identified. Now, San Antonio's FBI office is hoping that you recognize the man that you see right here. He is Sergio Armando Rangel III. He's from Laredo, and he was visiting a friend in Mexico when he was kidnapped. Investigators say that the U.S. citizen was staying at a friend's home in Colinas de San Jerónimo in Nuevo León, and no one's seen him since January 27th. If you have any information in that case, call the FBI San Antonio Division. That number is 210-225-6741. They chased him down, then killed him. Jurors say that these 3 men targeted Ahmaud Arbery because he was black, and now they've been convicted of a federal hate crime. Tomorrow marks 2 years since Arbery was killed in Brunswick, Georgia. The men chased him down before shooting him, and those men could receive another life sentence for today's ruling. And that's a look at your Nightbeat Newsflash.
Make sure to keep it on KSAT as First Lady Dr. Jill Biden visits San Antonio tomorrow. We have 2 teams covering her 5.5-hour visit to our city. The trip actually includes a look at how cancer health disparities are impacting the Latino community. We'll have that tomorrow on air and online on KSAT.com. All right, check this out. This Tuesday is especially rare with the palindrome date of 2/22/2022. But for this Hondo couple, it's extra special. They just welcomed their little girl today, and not only was she born on this rare date.
Okay, that little cutie pie is Vila Rosie Jane Ituarte. She was delivered at 2:22 p.m. I mean, come on. She weighs 6 pounds, 13 ounces. God bless her. She's so cute. The couple says that they received the rarest and possibly luckiest surprise of all. Congratulations to them.
2/22 on 2/22/2022. It's all too much.
But what if you were born at 10/22? You could say 22/22, right?
If you went military time.
Right, but you could still argue that.
No, I'm not arguing. I'm actually agreeing with you, Mr. Defensive.
I'm not trying to be defensive. I'm just saying that you can argue that. I know it's not our standard of time, but
military time.
It counts.
Certainly in San Antonio, it counts.
You could also convert it to UTC or Zulu time and then find a way to make it work.
Yeah, let's just stick with military.
Just Just
regular time.
Yeah.
And let's actually, we have a lot of weather.
We do. We have to get moving here. I'm sorry, I get sidetracked easily. This is actually really important. I want to compare today to what's going to come down the pike the next several days. So today we made it up to 85 degrees here in San Antonio. Keep in mind the average high is 69. We were 95 in Cotulla, 91 Carrizo Springs, 94 Del Rio. We had 90s far south of San Antonio. It's going to be a 50-degree difference and a 50-degree drop by tomorrow afternoon compared to what we had earlier today. All right, let's take a look at it out there. 61 currently, dew point of 38. The air's already dried out with that northeasterly wind at 15 miles per hour. We will have some gusts up to 22 miles per hour tonight, and even higher up to 30 miles per hour as we get into tomorrow. Beautiful Alpine, Texas, home of the 06 Ranch, 52 degrees right now. They're on the edge of the cold front. It has moved through. Junction, it's moved through 49. Austin at 53, it's moved through. But look farther to the north. Lubbock, 27. Amarillo, 17. Oklahoma City at 22. See, these temperatures, they fall off pretty sharply. You don't have to go that far north to get into that much colder air. But still 77 in Carrizo Springs and 78 right now in Cotulla. You're still waiting on that cold front farther south of town. Cotulla, Fowlerton, Los Angeles, all the way over toward Beeville. It's going to be there very soon. So this is what we're expecting tomorrow morning. Near freeze in the hill country, about 30 to 32 degrees at 7 a.m. 42 in San Antonio. Most of us low to mid 40s to start the day. But temperatures keep falling, so jacket in the morning and definitely through the afternoon because we only get colder throughout the day. We're talking mid 30s by 4 p.m. tomorrow, but in the hill country, down in the 20s. So here's another good way to look at that temperature trend from 11 p.m. this evening at 58 all the way down to 11 p.m. tomorrow at 32 degrees. We continue to just fall off. Not only cold, but of course gusty. Winds at times up to 30 miles per hour. And periodically that's going to make it feel like it's down in the 20s. So wind chills periodically in the 20s. Not a lot of moisture associated with this transition that we're happening. We'll have the shallow layer of cold air with some warm moist air riding up above it. So we already have the clouds starting to fill in. It's going to look like it could rain at any moment tomorrow, Thursday, and even on into Friday, but I think the most we'll get are just sprinkles. So a little bit of dampness periodically. Futurecast at 1 p.m. showing a few hit or miss sprinkles coming and going off and on Wednesday night, on into Thursday. The key is, though, as usual, in the hill country and even northern Bexar County by Wednesday night, temperatures will be a bit cooler. So we could have some off and on freezing sprinkles. Low impact event, a little bit of sleet could be mixed in. Overall precipitation is very limited in this. So maybe a few elevated surfaces in the hill country, but that would pretty much be it. If we're lucky, we could squeeze out 1/10 of an inch of liquid equivalent over a 3-day period. So we're not looking at anything major. And you see here in this pink, those wintry impacts would be very minor here. You got to get farther up to the Red River and then especially into Arkansas to be in the more significant wintry weather impacts. So tomorrow, here's that breakdown. Windy, cold, cloudy, a raw day, 42 in the morning, 34 in the afternoon, a gusty wind. And then look at that. We stay near 40 for highs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, low clouds, more sprinkles, and a few freezes Thursday and Friday mornings.
And I want to mention GMSA. I think they've got the storm tracker out there ready to go in the morning.
Ready to roll.
All right. Thanks,
I'll help you with your commute. So the state Special Olympics are back on.
Yeah, this is a big deal because they missed them for the past 2 years, and it's so very special moment for these kids. They live for this particular moment. When we come back, we'll have that big announcement for you today from Morgan's Wonderland, and high school basketball playoffs continue tonight. Coming up. The 2022 All-Star break continues through tomorrow before resuming normal team activities on Thursday. That means for the Spurs getting ready to resume their rodeo road trip when they travel to Washington to face the Wizards on Friday. Right now, the Spurs are in the 11th position of the Western Conference, 2 games back of the Portland Trail Blazers at the 10th position. That would give the Spurs a chance to make the playoffs with the play-in position. There are 23 games left in the regular season when the NBA season resumes, and at that time, it is enough to give the Spurs a shot. DeJounte Murray spent 3 days in Cleveland after being named to his first All-Star game, but he wasn't the only member of the Silver and Black there. So was Lonnie Walker IV to show his support for his teammates.
The He's a real one. He's been real to me from day one since we drafted him. And, you know, a lot of guys will tell you they love you, they care for you, or they support you through, you know, words. But, you know, his is all through actions, whether it's coming to my house, you know, anything, calling me, asking if he can come over, or we're on the road, you know. He's asking, can he come to my room just to get advice and just talk about life. And this speaks for itself, man. That dude didn't have to come to, you know, the All-Star weekend, you know, even though that's my brother. But, you know, we need all the rest and family time we could get, you know, because when we get back, you know, we got a playoff push. And I love him to death, and, you know, I appreciate him.
Starts back up on Friday in Washington.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Now that a judge in Houston has ruled that Deshaun Watson can be deposed by women who have not filed criminal complaints against the Texans quarterback, how does that affect the Texans' attempt to try and trade him? It means attorneys can finally begin the process of trying to conclude as many as 22 civil lawsuits have been filed against Watson, accusing Watson of sexual assault during massages. However, this ruling doesn't help the Texas trade efforts that can begin on March the 16th because of a grand jury investigation looking at possible criminal charges. Won't have their decision ready until April the 1st. It also doesn't help that the Texans are asking for as many as 3 first-round draft picks as part of a package that could include as many as 5 to 7 combinations of either players or picks. Big announcement today at Morgan's Wonderland. The state Special Olympic Games are back on for this May after having suffered 2 postponements in 2020 and 2021 due to the COVID pandemic. The announcement made today by founder Gordon Hartman and his wife Maggie alongside Mayor Ron Nierenberg and San Antonio Police Chief William McManus at Morgan's Wonderland Sports Complex, one of the venues that will host the 4-day competition.
Special Olympics is far more than just the sports. It is their whole social network in a lot of cases, and they see friends that they haven't got to talk to in 2 and 3 years. The relationships, the isolation that they already have in their normal day-to-day lives has just been amplified through COVID. So them coming back out of the shadows and getting to be celebrated this way, it just wakes them back up and makes them, their incredible souls re-energized.
Great news. The Special Olympic State Games will be held May the 12th through the 15th. High school basketball playoffs and extreme bull riding tonight. Coming up. We have reached the 3rd round of the girls' high school basketball playoffs in Class 6A. Clark taking on Johnson, Northside Sports Gym. Jaguars trying to rally midway through the second quarter off the miss as Sierra McDermott is there for the rebound, put back to make it an 8-point game, but the Cougars answer right back. Ramsey Robledo kicks it out to Alea Robeson for the triple. Nothing but net. Clark led by 10 at halftime. They advanced to the regional semis with a 62-52 victory over Paul Taylor Fieldhouse. Class 4A 3rd round division regional chance. Bernie taking on Navarro. Panthers keeping pace in the 3rd quarter. Berkeley Andrews gets an open look from the wing. It's a triple to cut the lead down to 7, but the Greyhounds open it up from there. Jordan Lim with a nice feed inside to Avery Aaron for the lay-in. Aaron had a team-high 24 points. Greyhounds are moving on 57-37. The Antonian girls open up their playoff run tonight at home against Houston St. Pius. 4 quarter, Apaches start to pull away. Suhaili Murmaya comes up with a steal, takes the distance for the lay-in, 46-30 Antonian. Then check out this pass from Melissa Hornado to Zariah Todd along the baseline for the basket. Apaches advance to the top 6A regional final, 58-38. Next on the court, the defending state champion Antonian boys also open up their playoff run against the Panthers. Apaches putting on a show in the 1st quarter. Isaiah Fox forces a steal, keeps the ball in bounds, finishes by banking it in for the layup. Antonian's first points of the game. Then watch this. Xavier Martinez comes up with a loose ball, rifles a pass over to Noah Wernsman on the wing for a triple, and Tony cruises to the next round with a 72-41 victory. Before they resume their rodeo road trip later this week, Keldon Johnson and Lonnie Walker IV taking in the San Antonio Rodeo tonight for returning home in March, and they were treated to extreme bull riding tonight. They don't call it extreme for nothing. Shad win on reality check. This is what you call getting thrown out of the arena right there. Whoa. He would be okay. Here is your extreme bull riding champion. He's Josh Frost, onboard jester, and this is no joke. How about an 88.5 for winning that ride after 3 rounds of competition plus the finals, and he's able to get off safely. I don't know why they call it extreme bull riding, because it seems to me every bull riding event is extreme.
How do you get more extreme?
You can't.
Yeah. Thanks, Greg.
Sure.
We'll be right back after this.
All right, get ready for it. Jacket weather, winter-like conditions Wednesday all the way through Saturday. Cloudy as well, a gray stretch. And a little bit of dampness with some sprinkles, but in the hill country that can mix in with some sleet and even some freezing sprinkles at times, but little to no impact due to the lack of real moisture. By Sunday, sunny, 60. There you go.
Let's all look forward to Sunday.
Oh, yes. Well, that does it for the Night Beat. And don't forget that Good Morning San Antonio starts at 4:30.
Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.